この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am back once again. Yeah, good job me. Actually doing a Ginga. Back for more Ginga. It's Monday. It's still pretty early. Just had Doro today, so getting back into the groove of doing Gingas more frequently. We're here for episode 76. Last time on Ginga Eiyuu Densetsu, most of our focus was on Reinhard, who is in a little bit of a pickle right now because of some things he may or may not have said to Elfriede, that lady, and just the fact that he's got a relationship with Elfriede who had ties to people that Reinhard didn't like in the old empire. Maybe not the best idea on his part, but he's currently got a few days to wait until Reinhard comes up with a decision. I'm thinking that Hilda might play an important role in swaying Reinhard's opinion, but we'll see. I'm gonna just guess that Reinhard comes out of this not too much the worse for wear. There are lots and lots and lots of schemes and plots going on. Oberstein is up to something. Lang is trying to fuck over Reinhard because he got slighted by him. Lang is also the target of Rubinsky, so we'll see if that actually comes into play soon or if that's for much later. Then there's this other faction that are the people who were formerly under Kircheis's supervision, under his leadership. And they blame Oberstein for his death, at least to an extent, so they want to ensure that they don't lose another commander to Oberstein. We'll see how that goes. So, lots of factions, lots of schemes and plots and things. Didn't really touch on what Yang Wenli is doing, or any of them. Not in the last episode, at least 2 episodes ago we did, but status quo for there. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? Not that I can think of. Cool. Well, then we're ready to go. I've got episode 76 up and ready. It's at 0 seconds. There will be multiple versions of this reaction video. You're watching the timer-based version right now, which will have discussion at the end. There will be picture-in-picture versions with the video up there in the description down there, and a timer-based version on YouTube, discussion at the end, PiP timer at the beginning for your syncing purposes, and that'll go right here. Meckler is being sent to Iserlohn. Just to kind of keep watch. Ah, collecting art, of course. Of course, of course. I see. Reinhard. In numbers. What kind of problem? They've left the entire empire undefended. Sister. Yeah, wow, we haven't talked about her in a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. Who? Is that the bearded guy? Mm-hmm. You did blow up their headquarters, right? Pretty sure it was them. With a vengeance. Job Trunit, eh? What's he up to? Okay. Hi. Bye. The heck? Go make sure the Kaiser's alright. Uh... Alright. What's going on? Even in emergencies, you gotta keep up appearances. Whoa. Terrorism or terrorism? It's a lot of problems all over the place. I am now presentable. Good thinking. But Reinhard isn't the type to bury his head in the sand or run away. So what is going on? And is this the goal? Oh, jeez. Is this destruction of property the goal? Or is this a distraction for some other plan? Wait, is that a statue of Jessica? Did we find out about that? I don't remember that. Oh. Okay. Mmm. Mmm. Had done it themselves. Okay. Makes it pretty easy to frame them, yeah. Good, great, cool. I'm down for the PKC getting bopped here. I'm fine with that. 20,000 is still a lot of people. And they said the ones who were arrested. So what about all the ones who were killed? 5,200 resisted and were killed. 1,000 escaped. Okay. Okay. Wow, so he actually got promoted. This isn't a demotion. He was removed from his office and promoted to a more political position. Yeah, and you just gave it to a guy with big ambitions. And two colors of eye, yeah. Okay. Okay, solid choice. Hmm. Okay. 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 Damn. Elfride? Ooh, that's really late term. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. If. Oh. Oh. Okay. That was all. That was all. Are you telling me Elfride was the one? True. Just trying to shake him. Ooh, and you're gonna pop it, are you? Okay. Huh? Hmm. Sitting together, reminiscent of Reinhard and Siegfried. We knew that. Not your way, though. Ooh. Intentions versus results. Not exhausted yet. Okay, then. ED over visuals this time. As we prepare for war once again. Wait, this isn't really the ED, though. There are 4 minutes left. Okay. So this is more like an insert song of the ED. Hey, those are pretty cool. Catarosa? Hi. Okay then. Before the festival. Okay. Well, I'm probably not gonna have too much to talk about here, but let's start and we'll see how far we get. So we ended up tying up the Royenthal situation pretty nicely for Royenthal. We'll talk about that and the potential ramifications for the future that have been explicitly hinted at. Let's see. Where do I want to start talking about this episode, though? You know what? Let's start with Rubinsky. That's where I want to go first because that was the most interesting thing to me. So we have this this conversation between Mecklinger and these guys, musing about Reinhard's decisions and some other stuff. We've also brought up this this chief of affairs, or chief of something, Carl Blacke, who's grumbling. So we'll see if he pops up soon. I don't exactly remember who that character was, and I'm not sure if that character was the like architect guy who was rebuilding the city. That's who comes to mind, but I might be wrong about that. So I'm just gonna not speculate too much on that topic. And he's going and getting a report concerning TrueKnit, which is interesting. Okay, so decision on Royenthal. We get Emil out here, closes the window. There's a big explosion. We go and we make sure Reinhard's okay. I love this little scene here where the soldiers are like just freezing. There's one guy standing at attention. They all just bolt upright as soon as the door opens. I love that. That's great. It humanizes them, you know? And this is a moment of characterization for Reinhard, I think. He's warned, it's possible that somebody's going to try and take some pot shots at you. You might want to stay out of line of sight. And he just stands there. That's Reinhard style. Yes, it's possible, but I'm not one to hide. This gout of flame. Then we've got the statue of Heinesen. There was another frame. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Is that Jessica? Did we hear about the construction of this statue and I just forgot? Huh. Okay. So the incident, we're told by omniscient narrator Sam, that this incident was an accident entirely, but there was a need for a scapegoat for the people, and so they chose the PKC based on their connections to terrorists. But it was Royenthal, his preparation and orders, that let them get through it easily. So that bodes well for his trial. Okay, so they chose the PKC, killed a whole lot of them, captured a whole lot more. Yeah, this was a great little piece of shock tension when Reinhard is like, "Yep, I'm taking your post away from you." And I'm making you the Imperial Governor General of Neuland, or the entire Alliance area. And you keep your fleet. And more. You just became a bit of a politician and not just a soldier. That's pretty cool for Royenthal. But it puts him in an interesting spot. The kind of spot where if his ambition gets its teeth into him, he might do something. He just might. I really love this. Just Royenthal as a character. I love him because he's loyal to a point for now. And we don't trust him, but we can see why others do. And he's a conflicted character who both wants to be loyal to Reinhard and watch him rise, and wants something for himself. He's constantly at war with himself. And all of that is, of course, built into every aspect of who he is in his character design. I mean, even down to the fact that his eyes are two different colors. He's a man of conflict. It's fucking great. I love it. I love it. Regardless of whether I like Royenthal as a person, I love him as a character and as a piece of plot. Because he's so interesting and I have no idea what he's going to do. Okay, and then we sort of punish Lutz, take him off his position on the front lines. We summon Wallen from Odin to join. So we're just collapsing on Yang Wenli. And then he sort of backpedals a little bit to say, by the way, all these things concerning Neuland, Royenthal, all those position things, none of that happens until Yang Wenli kneels before me. Until we take Yang down and have Iserlohn back and have actually completed unifying the galaxy. Okay. I will strike. Yeah. He makes a declaration. I will not return to Odin or Fazan. Hangs out with Hilda for a bit. They talk about Elfriede. He's gonna let Hilda just let her deal with it. Because, as she says, his focus is now on the battle with Yang Wenli. She brings up his sister, who, this is the second time in the episode that she's been brought up. Brings her up, and then we go where, I think the scene before we see her say this, he's kind of smirking. He's like smiling a little bit. Or is he chewing on his lip? Something like that. It's hard to tell. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But he seems a little bit playful, like he's thinking about something. And then, boom, frown. Nope. Mind your own business, Fräulein. All right. The break appears to be repaired, and now we turn our attention to Rubinsky. This is, I think, the most interesting thing in the episode. For a couple of reasons. One, he didn't start the fire. He didn't light it, but he tried to fight it. Yeah, he didn't really try to fight it either. But he'll use it as an opportunity. Two, Elfriede. Now, this could be my memory failing me, and thanks to the gaps that I've taken in watching this. I think that this is the first reveal that Rubinsky is behind Elfriede's presence. I think. And when I think back, what clicks for me is that we heard Rubinsky talking about, like, inserting a spy close by. And then a few episodes later, Elfriede appears. But we just got confirmation. Your scheme brought the complete opposite of your intended effect. Your scheme. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So that brought about the complete opposite of the intended effect, but there's still things that he can work off of. Reinhard gave too much power to Reuenthal. I think Rubinsky's nailed it on this one, and I don't think it'll take much to push Reuenthal over the edge. Regardless, even if it doesn't, even if Reuenthal doesn't, he can still maintain conflict within Reinhard's subordinates by having Oberstein and Reuenthal continue to be at each other's throats. And that's beneficial for him. And you'll try to reopen it. Weakness is the beautiful sister. Gonna try to assassinate her. Do you think he'll be easy to control? I don't know. Doesn't necessarily have to succeed. Yeah, Rubinsky's always got layered plans, where it's like, well, if the plan goes off 100%, we win. And if the plan goes off 70%, we go plan B, and we still win. And if the plan doesn't work at all, we still win. And if the plan backfires and goes negative 100%, there's a clause for that. We still win. Rubinsky just comes up with plans within plans within plans within plans, which is pretty cool. And I love this line. His power is simultaneously expanding and growing hollow, standing on an inflating balloon. And you can just imagine Rubinsky with a little thumbtack trying to get a poke. Fire was just a coincidence. Wasn't Rubinsky's plan. But he is a master of the utilization of waste material. Lots of things hoarded. So we take stock of all of the people he's got. He's got the young Kaiser, Count Landsberg, former Captain Schumacher, the terrorists on Fazan. Huh? The who on where? And then he just non-sequiturs into, how about it, Dominique? Won't you have my child? And she knows what happened to his last child. So she's like, yeah, no thanks. And he waits until she's gone to respond. To continue my lineage, but to end me. Alrighty. Which makes me think that if only, what was his name? Kesselink? I want to go with Kesselink. His son, who he killed. If only he'd been a little bit smarter. And a little bit less quick, you know, like, hair-triggered. Rubinsky probably would have gone quietly into the night and let him take over, but he wasn't worthy. Interesting. Okay, then we're gonna launch. It's gonna be big. We have this conversation between Emil and Reinhard. Want to make those people who care about me happy. But then he's lost something. He lost it, I think, when Kirhias died. Lost his belief. A sort of belief in himself. That my effort, my affection, my passion, my love for people will actually bring good things to them. It is not necessarily so. That's a more mature Reinhard speaking. It's a bit sad too. Can't guarantee those results. So he carries the burden. So he heads toward Easterlund Corridor. It's expected to be the venue of the decisive battle. Oh boy. Young's back in action. Everybody's working, getting prepped. And then we have the ED song as an insert song. And it just keeps going. Now, I wonder why they did this. I'm not sure. Because it's all animated. All the visuals are there. But I don't know. This whole pretty huge montage of getting ready. And there's some solid visual storytelling in here. Like the little logos that he made for each squadron, I think. Liqueur Squadron. Sherry Squadron. What else? Petticoat Squadron? I can't read that one because the subs. Girdle Squadron. Brazier Squadron. Of course. Of course, Poplin. So we're prepping for war. Wait, did I just... Oh, I just skipped into preview territory. Let me go back and not do that. So, we're prepping for big-scale conflict. I didn't think this would happen so fast. I didn't think Reinhard would act so quickly to try and nip Yang's potential rebellion in the bud. But he wants to truly unify the galaxy and just be done with it. Okay. And as was discussed at the very beginning, there's an extraordinary numeric advantage on the side of the Empire. The impregnable Iserlohn, maybe. But Young has to be reactive here. Which means predicting Reinhard's plans, which he's good at, but we're talking about Reinhard, so how good can you really be? In any case, in this episode, we resolved the Royenthal conflict, sort of, leading into a new potential Royenthal conflict in the future. Got some interesting information about Elfriede, about Rubinsky, about future plans and plots against the Countess, Grunewald, his sister, Anna Rose. Reinhard made his declaration. He's going out. And now we're prepped for big conflict in the Iserlohn corridor and lots of death, probably. All right, I'm excited. But I'm also going to wrap this up. So, I've been Teeaboo. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Ginga Eiyuu Densetsu, episode 76. Yep. episode 76. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next, or not next week, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. So there'll be a poll for Psyche K, or a Psyche K replacement, and that's it. So I'll do Ginga and maybe do a couple of them. We'll see. In any case, I hope to see you there. Peace.